The Insta360 is a tiny camera with two lenses on each side of the camera. Together, both lenses create a 360-degree view. With this camera, there are no flat angles, meaning that in post-editing, you can pan around the frame and tilt the lens up and down. You can also experiment with cool effects like the tiny planet. The invisible selfie stick is in the blind spot of the camera, so the selfie stick does not show when you take pictures and videos. When the selfie stick is stretched out the whole way, the footage can appear like it was shot from a drone because it looks so far away. The model I currently have is the Insta360 ONE. This video will be a review on this camera and also a tutorial on how to use the camera and how to edit the footage. One of the coolest features of Insta360 is the bullet time effect. The bullet time is one of the reasons why I purchased this camera. The bullet time is a handle that attaches to the invisible selfie stick. Screw the bullet handle into the selfie stick. Then attach the Insta360 camera to the other end of the selfie stick. Extend the selfie stick all the way out and lay the camera flat. Then extend your arm above your head and start to swivel slowly. You barely need to flick your wrist. You just need to slowly swivel it around your head. And if you swivel the bullet handle too quickly, it can make the video kind of blurry, which we don't want. So as slow as possible will be good, and then you could slow down the footage even more in post-editing. Before attempting the bullet time, first download the Insta360 app to your phone. Then attach your Insta360 camera to your phone. You can now access the settings of the camera. In the app, change the triple tap setting to bullet mode, which automatically sets the camera to 100 frames per second and 3K resolution. 100 frames per second adds more frames to each second, which will look really good when slowed down in the post-editing. To use the camera, press the power button to turn it on. Once the camera is on, click the button once to take a photo. Click the button twice to record a video. The camera can screw into any tripod adapter mount, so you can place the Insta360 camera into any tripod. There is no screen on the camera since the camera is so tiny, so if you want to review your footage and play it back, then make sure to plug your camera into your phone, then go to the Insta360 app, then go to the album where your photos and videos are stored. It takes about 2 hours to fully charge the camera, so make sure to charge it ahead of time or the night before. The battery only lasts 30 minutes, so it's crucial to turn the camera off in between takes. This camera is so tiny, it's really easy to drop or damage it. The memory card is like the size of my fingernail. It's so tiny, so always keep it in the camera when not using it, or else it'll definitely get lost. Also, the case sucks. The case doesn't even cover the two lenses, so the lenses are sticking out of the case, totally unprotected. You can import the files different ways. The better way for me is to plug the memory card into my computer via USB and then drag the files into a folder onto the desktop or directly into Premiere Pro. In order to do cloning, create a mask with the pen tool around each clone. When all the clones have been masked, then nest all the layers together to combine the masking into one sequence. Then add the GoPro FX plugin to the nested sequence. Now you are able to pan around the frame, tilt up and down, zoom in and out, etc. with the GoPro FX plugin. The GoPro FX plugin works for Premiere Pro, it works for After Effects, it's a must-have and can be downloaded for free from Google. You can also edit your footage using the free Insta360 Studio software with free capture, but I don't really use that. I just prefer to use Premiere Pro or After Effects. I purchased my Insta360 ONE from the Insta360 website. It came with the bullet handle, the invisible selfie stick, a tiny tripod, a case for the camera, and a cloth for the lens. The Insta360 ONE is one of the cheaper models of Insta360. What I really have my eye on is the Insta360 ONE R 1-inch edition because it looks so dope and it looks like it has a screen on it where you can actually review your footage and your pictures, which is awesome. Make sure to never lose the lens cloth because you really need it for the Insta360. The camera is so tiny and it gets fingerprints every 2 seconds and you really need to pay attention if it has a thumbprint before you do a video shoot because that can mess up your entire video. That's the review of the Insta360 ONE. Hopefully I get the chance to review and test out other 360 cameras like the 1R 1-inch edition. Make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It would help me out a lot. Feel free to drop any questions you may have below. And happy shopping on the Insta360 website!